between multiple antennas that I'm operating in the shack, and that's a great example, especially on the contest. I know in the contest they use a lot of filters on it, and even though they have a big separation on contest, there's also interferences going on. So that's how the question arises. But thank you very much for doing the net again, and stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy life, and God bless everyone and their families. 73 KD6 CWI.
Ruben, well, you're talking HF and you're talking VHF, and of course HF, like you said, there's like some of these contesters in that, and you've got to get into filtering and so forth, but you're only going to be operating one frequency at the same time, got a radio in each hand. So save that question. Be a good one for Charles. I'm sure he'll steer you in the right way. But why don't you answer our question? What do you wish to get good at? Soldering, scope, DNA, SWI bridges? What would be your pick here tonight?
Okay, let me give you the hardest one that I've been having a problem here in the shack. The DX Commander classic antenna that I had. Some of these questions arise here in the net. It's been more than a year, and I'm still trying to tune the antenna. And I think part of the reason is it's 7 bands. 7 bands is the one that I'm tuning up. Soldering is like if you're patient, you can do it. It's just knowing, the rules of what do you call this, how to solder, and I think that's about it. But my main issue right now is tuning the antenna, especially in multi-bands, when you're trying to get 1.5 SWR reading on all the bands. Other than that, the rest is all digital programming on the computer and on the radio settings. That's about it, and I hope it wasn't too long. KD6 CWI.
Ruben, we got you down for antenna. Yeah, just I don't know how many bands that is, but I use the example many times of a multi-band dipole. You can tear your hair out. You can spend days, weeks trying to get it as resonant as possible. You'll never get it perfect, but you can get it close. But so many factors interfere with that, distance to the ground and everything else. It is a nightmare. I did it once. I say I'll never do it again. Thanks for the question. Link is back with us. KF0UZZ. Link, did you have a question? That's what we're doing here today in this portion of the net. We're taking amateur radio related questions. Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, I actually do have a question. I heard of this device that you could put on like one of your antennas, I think. I think it was called like a low noise amplifier, or like a low pass filter, something like that. I just want to know what those are used for.
Well, I don't think you're going to have to worry about a low pass filter on VHF, UHF. And when you talk about a low noise amplifier, usually that refers to a receive amplifier to boost your receive signal. It is used on UHF, VHF, but mainly, it's used on. But is that what you're getting at? And what do you have to operate with? I think you told me you just had a handheld. Am I not? Am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct. I have a little $18 HT Battlefield UC5R. It's been working pretty good for me.
That's all it takes. And the repeater that you're on, I don't think is too far away from you, correct?
Yeah, K0HAM, this is the repeater. It's in the center of Dodge, I think. Dodge City, I found. And so, since it's at the center, it's at like our Walmart Supercenter, right there, I think. It reaches like basically across Dodge. So I'll receive it anywhere, probably outside Dodge too.
A good signal into it. You certainly won't need a low noise preamp to receive it. But if you get into some moonbound stuff or working DX or you get on HF, you'll need to get into the low noise preamps. But it's something that you're not going to need in the very near future. Thanks, Link. Let me move on here. It's getting a little bit after 9. Let me make one last call for stations with questions. We've kind of been all over here tonight, but we've had some good discussion. One last call for stations with amateur radio related questions before I send it over to Roger. His coffee's gone and he's going to get grumpy if I don't get moving here. ZVN and 2ZVN. Good evening, Alan. How are you tonight? N2ZVN. Good evening, Dick. Everyone on the net tonight. And I'm doing well. Hope you all are too. My question is very quick and simple, but I'll answer your question first. I've been soldering for 50 years, and I thought I was darn good at it. And then came surface mount. It scares me. I got some things I need to fix at surface mount, and nothing to practice on, so I don't know. One of these days I'll nerve up and do it. At any rate, just a quick question. Weekend I was updated the software on my ham VoIP node, and I just checked it, and there happened to be a bunch of it. And it was like, oh wow, we haven't seen that in quite a while. And I was just curious if anybody knew what the change log was, what was fixed, improved, or whatever. And 2ZVN. I don't know myself. I don't know if David's here tonight. I haven't heard any. Charles is not, but David, K4FXC, would you happen to be with us tonight? I don't think so, Alan. And I don't know. Does anybody know what the latest ham VoIP release is? What that included? I guess they're going to have to pass you off to next week as well, Alan. I'm sure David. Well, I don't know for sure, but hopefully he'll be back. Next week. I know Charles is off. I didn't know about David, so I'll have to ask you to come back next week, or maybe we'll find an answer. You're usually on Ask an Elmer, Be an Elmer. Maybe we'll have an answer for Thursday night. All right, that's going to do it for me. It's 8 past the hour. We didn't have a lot of we had a lot of discussion, a few questions, and like I said, Charles and hopefully David will be back next week. So I'm going to send it over to Roger. His coffee's gone. Almost gone. He's on something else now, so we better get to him quick. See everybody tomorrow on the Open on the Brew. Thanks. Over to you, Roger. This is Dick, WB2JPQ, and thank you, Vicki, for logging tonight.